Some people, public speaking comes naturally. For others, it could be a real daunting task, right? Debilitating at times. So today we're getting to talk about how to speak publicly with ease, just as if you were speaking to, a good friend like us on the couch right here.
Yes, exactly. And this is the kind of atmosphere we like to lay out. We pretend this is our living room couch, and all of our guests ignore the cameras, have an organic conversation, we'll stare into your soul.
Yeah, exactly.
So to help with that, we have two guests with us this morning. We're doing something different. So joining us remotely is Patton, a confidence expert and public speaker, along with our in-person guest, Ms. Aleks Romano, someone who wants to learn more about public speaking, and we're going to get into the why of that. Also, fun fact, she just happens to be my hairstylist as well. So when we were doing this segment, Diana, for a little backstory for you, we had this pitch, and we're like, it's such a good idea. And Marisol said, it'd be great if we could bring in someone who actually wants to / needs to learn how to public speak with confidence and ease and so on and so forth. And I was like, well, I have just the gal for the job.
Okay.
So we're going to talk to Diana in a moment, but first I want Aleks to tell us about your experience with public speaking, or lack thereof, like why you said to me, I need to learn how to be comfortable, confident, and be able to do it without feeling I'm going to pass out and throw up and die. I think those were your exact words.
Yeah, something around those words. So when you came over that day, I'm in nursing school.
Okay.
And I'm doing my gen ed programs right now. And while doing them and speaking to people, they were like, oh, well, you have to take a public speaking class. And at first they said speaking. So I was like, oh, okay, that's easy. And then I looked up everything that I had to do in that class. And they were like, oh, it's public speaking. And automatically my heart went right to my stomach. And I was like, okay, so I don't really want to do this class anymore. But I know Allie, she's obviously amazing at public speaking. I have so many other friends. And being in nursing school and being also a hairstylist, you have to speak to people all the time.
Yeah.
That's side matter of nursing. And we know hairstylists are like therapists, basically.
And I also bartend, so doing all of these things, I'm very good with speaking.
Yeah.
The problem is when you put a piece of paper in front of me and you want me to actually read it, I automatically want to faint.
Okay, so the fear of public speaking isn't so much the fact of actually doing the talking. Because I'm going to say, you're in front of people usually will pass out just on this couch from coming in and being in front of cameras and lights and that whole experience.
And I'm good with that.
Okay, so it's more so the actual piece of paper and reading off something that what freaks you out.
Right. If you told me, hey, listen, I need you to just speak about hair, if I need you to speak about, like in one of my classes, we had to speak about a topic that meant a lot to us. Okay. So adopting animals was something huge to me. I have a dog myself, so I love speaking about that. And that to me came natural. Yeah. But if you gave me a topic like talk about A to D, and you have these topics and it's nothing I know about, automatically I get that anxiety of I don't have a lot of knowledge on this, so how do I move forward with that? How do I find out the right information and put it in a matter of maybe 5 to 10 minutes to speak about?
Got it.
So for that, we will not bring in us. We will bring in Diana. So Diana, hearing what Aleks just said, what do you think? What are your thoughts? And then we'll get into all your wonderful advice as well.
Aleks, girl, perfectly natural.
Yeah.
Listen, we all struggle. Every single one of us has something going on. In fact, right now, you know what I'm doing? I'm breathing. I'm thinking about, we're all breathing, right? But I am intentionally taking time to breathe through my nose and out through my nose. Because I learned as a former athlete, as a person who was trying to, always getting on stage, that breathing is your #1 way to calm your nerves.
Okay. That's really good. That helps.
That's actually a good
Sometimes
way.
you forget to breathe, too. So it seems silly, but it's necessary.
People are like, right?
Or you can tell that they're holding their breath in, too, and then they get to the end of a sentence, and it's like...
Yeah, you're like gasping for air almost.
You're like, why was I just holding my breath?
That happens to me often.
Yeah.
Often.
Okay, so you're going to practice your breathing. I also will incorporate meditation. That's going a little... But you have to get into a habit, right? Because you're going to be doing you are already a counselor, girl, because you help people with hair.
Yes, very much so.
Okay, so meditation, breathing. You're going to practice it 20 minutes a day. Second,
perfect.
Are ready for
Let's hit #2.
Be open and transparent.
Beautiful.
Listen, you can say, I don't know much about this topic, but here's what I do know. And if you want to say, I'm actually a little nervous, people relate to that.
Right.
You just have to say, just be transparent, breathe, tell people, just be open.
Right.
What do you do with your girlfriend? You're open with her or him, just be open, transparent. That's number two.
It's so interesting
Ready?
because it's interesting you say that because I actually get nervous when I'm in a crowd because it's so easy to do this because it's just cameras and us. But you
And
put
the
people
camera
in
guys
front
aren't
of
even
me.
paying attention to us.
Yeah, like
so
they're just cutting
they're
with
having a
now.
conversation.
Mike, we're over here now. Just kidding.
No
and
idea.
so that's. But your next tip is actually I don't know how people do this, which is don't take things personally.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People, you are not going to be loved by everybody.
No.
Got to get over that.
Yeah.
Everybody is not going to like you. And
Right.
once you realize that, it gives yourself freedom to those blank stares, people looking at you like this. You have to find the people in the audience that are going to engage with you. So don't take it personal. That's actually from the 4 Agreements. Don't take things personally.
The 4 Agreements is
Right.
fantastic.
That's a
great book, right? Do you know that book?
Yeah.
Amazing.
You should read the 4 Agreements.
Okay.
It's amazing.
I have to note that.
You do like to read, so
I do
put
love
it next
reading.
on your list.
My book of the month.
Okay, so the next tip, it's the last tip, number 5. This is cute. What is the last tip you have for us?
Because you're passionate. You seem very passionate, right? Tell stories.
Okay.
Have stories that you can share that have people relate to you, but stand for something. Again, if you're not worried about everybody liking you and you have a story that you love, that you're passionate about, and you could speak about that with people will stand with you.
Okay,
Period.
that's great.
help?
I think it also makes you connected to the crowd as well because some
Absolutely.
people can hear
Absolutely.
you speak and be like, oh my God, I relate to that. And then
Yeah.
it makes
Correct.
it so much easier. And then it even kind of can move forward in a conversation for after.
Yeah, you never know who is gonna resonate with what you're saying.
Absolutely.
Diana, here's the thing. How do you know if you're looking out at the audience, right, and you see those blank stares that you're talking about?
Yeah.
How do you get over that, I'm drowned, I'm
Like that
dying
gut.
up here.
I'm
like,
not killing it at
I'm
all.
not
like that
killing
pit
it.
in your stomach.
Do you see what I'm doing right now?
You're just smiling.
I love that's a 100-watt smile
I
right
think
there.
when I'm doing things on stage, because I practice this and I know that people are not, you have to find when you are engaging, it's an art form, but smiling and breathing, really, not that crazy smile. Okay.
They're like,
You know,
what's wrong with him?
Right,
Yeah, like yes,
Like you
something's
got something
going
wrong
on.
with you, but really practice this, right?
Yes, and practicing, by the way, was another one of the tips, and that's important too, because you have all these tools, but you gotta practice them. You can't just be like, I know what to do, and then show up.
Right. Well, when I was in school, I actually had note cards, and while I was in my public speaking class, and I'm doing a second class for it, I write down the note, every little note on each of my note cards, and they're listed, and it helped a lot. And I practiced. But one of the things I was told was, don't look in the mirror. And I wanted to just try it, and I was like, I'm never doing that again.
You're like, oh, I hate the way I look.
It was freaky.
But
yeah.
also on those note cards, maybe write breathe.
Yes, breathe,
Smile.
calm down, don't overthink, don't pass out.
And give yourself grace.
Yes.
You have to understand that people are human.
Right.
They connect humans. There's a reason why social media and really paying attention to people who are sharing real life things, same thing happens on stage, right? We make these stories up in our head that we have to be so perfect. That's completely false, right? So really give yourself grace. Understand that you are a human being. You're doing great work. You are changing lives. That is key.
Thank you.
And
yeah.
if you need some
Absolutely.
extra help, take my Speak Up and Rise quiz.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
And we
Absolutely.
can figure out how to help you further.
Absolutely.
Oh, I love this. We'll have to connect you two. Diana is a force.
I
love
it.
that. I like the energy. It's
Let's go.
amazing.
Oh, yes, and she is forceful too, girl. We do the CrossFit. We do,
Okay.
I know,
okay.
And that also helps, right?
yeah,
I mean, it
working
helps.
out.
It's mentally great for you.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love it.
The workout
Diana,
is huge.
yes,
Yes,
we
girl.
love you. Thank you.